Alright peeps, let's hop into the video today. We're doing a honey chipotle mustard glazed pork loin. And we're going to do some vegetables with it. I was going to do something different with this, make it all one pan, but it wasn't working right in my head, so we're going to do them separate. We will do some veg here later. Anyway, our ingredients today, I got a 3-pound center cut boneless pork loin roast. I got 2 chipotle chilies that I diced really small in there with a little bit of the adobe with them. Half of a serrano, half of a Fresno. I'm going to throw a little bit of garlic in there. I'm going to use some baby bear. This is from Lee over there at Smoking Bears. You can use whatever you want for seasonings on it. I think an Italian seasoning would work great on here too. This is one Fuji onion that I grated in my grater. Put it in water. It's right there. We're going to use some horseradish for a binder, and we're going to use maybe a tablespoon of mustard to go into the glaze. And obviously we're going to use some more Graft Bees Pure Raw Honey. Go check out Graft Bees to get the best honey there is out there. And so that's 1.5 cups of that. And let's get rolling next. First, what we want to do is score our pork loin. And we want to get it pretty deep in here, a good 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And we want to go like that. Let's get score on the top of that there, like so. That, we'll get our flavorings down in there. We'll give her a little twist-a-roo like this, and then just go back through. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to look like diamonds. You just want to get some flavoring down in there, like so. There you got it. Woohoo! There we go. Need some flavor down in there. Right, let's season up next. Let's start adding some flavor to the mix here. Creamy horseradish, right there. It's 1 heavy tablespoon. That's 2 heavy tablespoons. And there's nothing else to do but get in there with your fingers and do it. Impeccably clean hands. You'll enjoy that, full broski. Anyway, get her in there. Get it all in the nooks and crannies, around the sides, bottom. We're not going to season the bottom of this, but you go. Get it all down in there, like so. Like that, like that, like that. Get her all in there. Alright, we'll season it up. Alright, now season up with your favorite seasoning. I'm using Bayou Bear. And I got this from my buddy Lee over there at Smoking Bears. Use any seasoning you want, like I said. Oh, hey, by the way, Lee, I'm about out. So, get you a good coating of your seasoning on there. Like so. You want to get around the sides, just like you're like doing some ribs or something, you know, just get her in there. Get her around the sides. Get her down in the nooks and crannies of the crevices you made there. That's going to be all delicious for us later. Right, it's looking good. Work it in. And we'll move on to getting this roasted and doing the glaze. Right, well, our pork loin is roasting away in there in the oven. Let's start on our glaze. So 1.5 cups of Graft Bees honey, or any honey you can get. I would totally suggest you order some Graft Bees honey at his site, which will be down listed in the box, because it is the best honey there is out there. I haven't had so much sweetness in a honey ever. Anyway, 1/2 cups stone ground mustard, or mustard of your choice. Let's do a heavy tablespoon in there. Right here we got our Chipotle and adobe. I think I'm saying that right. Half a serrano, half a Fresno. All that will go in. I know you're thinking that's a lot of heat, but this honey is so sweet and delicious that it can handle it. Our Fuji apple that I grated, and I added water to the top of it. Still got brown, but anyway, I'm adding the water and that to it. And we will add just a, I don't know, let's call it a tablespoon of garlic, and we will hit it with a pinch of salt to pop all the flavors. Mix to combine, like so. Get it mixed up. That'll be our glaze. All right, let it set for about 20 minutes. So now we're going into a convection oven, and we're gonna roll it 375 till, I don't know, around 145 in the center. All right, let's get that roasted veg going. 3 decent sized roasted potatoes, peeled and diced to a larger dice, probably medium dice. Don't have to be perfect, doesn't have to, whatever. So you got those there. I got these Sweet Baby Supreme carrots. I'll throw those in there. They're a little smaller than the baby carrot ones you get. It should about cook equal with these potato chunks here. Carrots do take a bit. Right, moving around like so. Garlic. This might burn, but we're gonna take a chance. 1, 2 tablespoons of garlic. Dried oregano. Yeah, that's always good on potatoes. Add some salt. A little more salt. Make sure you get everything salted. Cracked pepper. Get her all on there. Like so. Then our glaze. That's a glaze on there. Obviously, this is a superior glaze. It's more like a mop, but it works for everything. So you gotta, like when we do the roast layer later, you're gonna layer it on there. Take it out. You're gonna put some on. You're gonna take it out and put some on. A little bit like so. Get her in there. We're gonna stir this all around like so. That will go into a convection oven of about 375. I don't see it taking no more than 20 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna keep stirring them, get them in the oven. Right, we got a pork loin roast out, and here it is. And we need to check the temp on him to see how he's doing. So let's do that right now. Been there for 30 minutes, convection oven at 375 to 400, and he's at 101 right in the center. Now, it'd be a good time for us to start laying some glaze onto them. So let me grab my brush over here, and we got our glaze right here. And since we got that nice notch in the top like that, we can give it a good go like so. We'll get some stuff around in there. Gonna add a little moisture to it. And that get all those flavors down those nooks and crannies. Yep, good sides. Alright, let's keep building these flavors back into the oven. Alright, been in another 15 minutes. Let's take a temp where we're at on our pork loin roast here. We are at 115. So, time for another glaze. So let's do another glaze. Or mop, or whatever you want to call it on here. So let's get her on there. Get her all on there. Get around your sides. Get around your top, obviously, because that's where your flavor's going. Over your sides. Get her all around. You're just adding another layer of delicious glaze on there. So get her all on there. Our vegetables are doing good. We're going to pull this sucker out probably next. It's going to be there. We only want to take it to maybe 140. 145 is really good for pork. So let's get it back in the oven. Our potatoes and carrots are out of the oven. Alright, let's cut this pork loin in plate. Alright, let's cut into this bad boy right here. Our pork loin chipotle honey. See what we got going on here. My table's wobbly. Cut into them. 2 slices. And it's looking delicious. Alright. Take that, people. Nice and moist. Nice roasted pork loin. Alright. So that's the vegetables to it. And then let's plate it up next. We did a good job. This is delicious. I still the piece off this end over here. It's good. Alright, people, let's get our plate going. We always do a plate. There's our veg. Let's get our veg in the bottom of the plate there. And we did add our glaze / mop to this too. So that is very flavored with that, with a great hint of oregano that we added. And use that freeze-dried stuff. I don't know if you guys seen that. Use that. I think it's freeze-dried oregano. Great stuff. Alright, so let's start out. We got that. Let's add our pork to it. Bring our pork over here into the equation. And there we go. Pork. Pork. Pork and pork. Covered up pretty good with our pork. Got it. Let's take our glaze, which, you know, they never cook anything raw. We never ran anything raw. Just a little bit of that over the top. Not too much because the flavors are running throughout and it is a smidge spicy. To finish it off, we will add just a little bit of Fresno to our pork loin. There you got it, folks. I'd like to thank you for watching another episode of Cooking with Corey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.